That's right, everybody. We are back. Midway Radio is back. Carlos Gomez. And with us this week, we're going to catch up to one of our old friends. That, my friends, is Shadowmaster MC.
Our live studio audience really appreciates you coming by, sir.
Welcome.
I appreciate the invite, man. Seriously, fam.
All right, so before we go into it, let's go ahead and introduce the team. We got Mr. B-Boy B, aka the Cookie Monster Killer.
That's right.
The man with the hot tea and a comfortable seat, Mr. Amani Coonley.
Well, Conley, what's good with it, people?
Conley, whatever.
Comfy seat.
What up with you?
Don't judge me. That's what you get for being late.
I understand. What's up with you, Shadow? Rushing in for another job. I apologize. Man, has to have many muscles.
Conley. Oh, hey, there's my little brother, DJ Sean Doe.
What's up, everybody?
Dope.
Yo.
Dope.
And then we got Dodio Doe over here, dude who's got the biggest head on the team, Mr. DJ Risky Business.
I mean, literally, my head is like 12 pounds. Massive.
And then we got the director extraordinaire, Mr. Ryan Brockmeyer.
Yo.
Yes, welcome everyone to...
Go your damn self!
Whoa. That's how we feel about it tonight.
Go you on me so aggressively.
I wish I had half your energy right now.
I'm just very excited. It's Midway Radio time, and the whole team is here.
Tis Midway Radio time. So, as always, what we like to do is we like to look at the director and say, "Hey, director, what have you been up to?"
You know, a little bit of this and that.
Not
Midway.
yet. That's later.
Nah, we've been busy behind the scenes. I've been busy behind the scenes. As everybody knows, this is an expensive project, and we got to pay the bills. So sometimes I have to shuffle some priorities around. But man, we still doing interviews, and since our last show, we've done what did we do? Done like 7 interviews, I think, since our last show. So we did Dave Dredd and Dave Jeff on the same night. Did the Daves. Did True Black Tribe. Kevin Koval came by. Akbar, Bad Seed from Children of the Ghetto, and last week we sat down with G Count from LEP Bogus Boys. So a nice little variety there.
Yeah, it was a lot of great interviews, a lot of great information, more stuff to add to the story of Chicago hip hop from people's perspectives, their perspectives, and their version of the Chicago story. And, that's what we like to reinforce, that, like, we're putting all these stories together to create, obviously we're trying to tell the history of Chicago hip hop, but there's a lot of different point of views and a lot of different stories of what makes the whole scene and what makes Chicago hip hop's history. So we got a lot of new interesting stories from people that are important people to the scene.
How you guys are always talking about how the stories come together with the more people that you talk to?
Yeah.
Has there been a situation in the past, couple weeks where you guys, like one story that you're like, okay, that makes sense, that actually connected?
Stuff crosses over. I don't know if it's been in the last few ones. I'd have to think about that, but stuff crosses over all the time where you hear about other stories. I've just contacted, and I'm not going to say who yet until we got them in the bank, but I contacted 2 kind of older people we've been looking for a long time, but they were super connected to Twisted's development and camp. And there's a couple important nights that we talk about in the city that were specific nights, and one night in particular that we're going to feature in the film, or that we, whether it's in the film or it's going to be somewhat throughout the Midway story, is the night Sinister Death and Vakil battled. And that was a very important night in Chicago hip-hop history because it kind of created a divide, and it was like almost like that night was kind of like the end of what was known as Empire of Destruction. And from the kind of like ashes of that night, not to be over dramatic, but from the ashes of that night spawned new crews. Mole Men and Ill State basically ended up forming from those nights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got a couple more people. The people that I contacted, I'll announce who they are, or you'll see when we finally get them in the can, if it were. But like, they were there that night, and they're really looking forward to talking and giving their perspective of that night. And it's all Blue Gargoyle parties, so the stories are great from that era.
Word.
That's dope.
Nice.
Also, too, I know I'm running off here, but like Dave Jeff's interview was really great. He was really important because, I mean, Dave Jeff, he raps and he's put out records, but he's very important from the fashion side of hip hop. And he was one of the first kind of like people to start the boutique movement in Chicago. And, we have, like Juggernaut leaders, and they all kind of, I'm not saying that he's responsible for them. I'm just saying that he was one of the first, which I'm sure played a major influence and a role in these newer, boutique stores. Yeah. You'd agree with me, Sean?
Yeah. He definitely was before, the ones that are out now, and I can't wait to see what he does with his new boutique. Like
and his old boutique was right off of 55th and Cornell, wasn't it? Somewhere in there. Yeah. Definitely one of the OGs, at least one of the path forgers in that whole division with the boutiques.
Yeah, Flyware, right?
I believe it was something.
Fly.
Which is an acronym for I Love Hyde Park, but it's backwards.
That's dope.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow, learn something twice every day. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it was it was cool because you see a lot of national hip hop acts that were wearing his stuff, where people all over the country, and then you can see it and nod and be like, "Oh, that's dope," but they don't know, but they love Hyde Park.
And once again, it goes back to show another connecting thread with just Hyde Park's connection with the hip hop scene here in Chicago. So it's something that people should check out. Get into Hyde Park before it changes too much for you people. You want to check out where we used to hang out.
There are a lot of neighborhoods that are a little bit more impactful from the next, and clearly it's because it was kind of more meeting grounds.
Mm-hmm.
And the main ones that come to mind, Hyde Park is 100% one of them. Logan Square would be one of them. B-Boy can attest to that. Wicker Park, yeah. And Shadow, our guest tonight, can attest to Wicker Park's. He's Shadow Master here has kind of been like one of the mayors of Wicker Park for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah. Old school 808, Subterranean, Open Mic, and Blue Note, wasn't it, Shadow?
Oh, well, almost 606.
I said 808. I'm thinking of that Bunny Trail.
Hey, that's that hip hop.
That's it. Yeah, I'm thinking of 808 drums up in there. My bad. I used to go to that joint every Tuesday.
I mean, they played 808 beats in there.
808 is a Hawaii, is what you're thinking. The Hawaii.
I'm getting off on our update. Do we have anything more to update before we jump in with Shadow, Ryan?
That's the main update. Before we get into Shadow, I want to mention. I think we should mention the unfortunate passing of our friend Juan, big Juan Carlos Martinez, longtime Moment, big long time hip hop dude, and just a good dude, just a really good dude, and he's battling stuff for a long time. He fought a really good, long, hard fight, and unfortunately, unfortunately that happened. So just want to send condolences out to friends and family and everybody, and unfortunately, Chicago hip hop community lost another one today. So
I just wanted to say with Big Juan, I had been talking to him on and off for the last few months. We got a chance, and I want people to know Midway, if they haven't seen the website and that are seeing this, we did get a chance to interview Big Juan. We made sure once, especially when I found out he was sick and we weren't sure how his health was going to hold up, I called Ryan. I said, yo, we need to expedite Juan and get him in sooner than later too, because at a certain point too, with what he was fighting, he's going to end up getting weaker and sicker. So we wanted to make sure we get him in and in the interview, he looked great and seemed, obviously he was fighting what he was dealing with, but he looked really good in the interview, I thought. And I thought he had great energy for the interview, and he gave us so much great information. And people don't know, Juan goes way back, and he was one of the original founding members of the Mole Men. And he was always kind of, he started off at the flea market, and people would buy records from him at the flea market. And he was really close. One of his closest friends was Mix Massacre, the Mole Men, and they were currently still working on projects together. In fact, the record, I'm sure it's funny because Juan had hit me up to work on it, and it never ended up happening. But it was him, he's putting it out, but it's I think DNA might have did the beats or recorded it, and I think they recorded DNA Studios. I don't know if DNA did the beat, but maybe Mix Massacre did the track. I think it's a Massacre beat, and Juice is on it. And Juan was executive producing it. So, and that's what he did. He executive produced a lot of records. He fronted a lot of the front end for getting the Mole Men out, and was able to. So you can thank, if you're fans of the Mole Men, you can really thank Juan for helping start that and getting that out, and helping them with their movement.
And I think right now is a perfect time to point out that that's why it's important what we are doing. And by we, I mean we as in the Chicago hip hop community coming together to work on a project like this, because it's crazy important. Because we've just this year alone, off the top of my head, we've lost 2 of our brothers that are in the family, and luckily we got them on film, and we need to push to get this thing done.
Off the top of my head, we've lost 5 in the hip hop community since we started this project, and we were able to interview 3 of those 5. We were not able to get Heck. Unfortunately, we were talking to him the week that, right? Risky, you were talking to him literally the week.
Literally scheduling the week he'd passed.
Yeah. And Timbuktu, we were also trying to work with, and he was super down. He was excited to be a part of the project. He just he didn't want people to really see him in a certain way at times. So the couple times that we had him scheduled, we kind of okay, we'll try it again a little bit. And unfortunately, we never got that chance. Yeah. And
DA's partner Rock. We didn't get to interview Rock, unfortunately, before he passed.
Yeah, that's another one. So yeah, back to what Carlos said, that's why we're trying to capture as much as we can, and make sure that
Well, we
History
love
is
Chicago
preserved.
hip hop, and we document what we love.
yeah.
What did you say?
As
Got
Carlos is wearing one of our
Got that Midway merch? What?
Midway shirt designs, document what you love.
Document what's important to you.
Well, yeah, that's what the shirt says. Yeah,
But same thing.
same thing. Yeah.
Same.
There we go.
So yeah, it's
Threadless.com. You can get yours too. All proceeds go towards finishing up this project.
yes, midway.deaththreadless.com for sure. Patreon.com/midwaydoc. That being said, our guest of the hour, our man of the hour, the man whose album I bought twice.
Yeah, you did.
That
wasn't my fault.
The man
No, it wasn't. It
kitchen
wasn't.
is awful smoky, and he hasn't eaten a damn thing all day.
It wasn't as Carlos and Bono's, like, I was still am a music collector, but back probably, I don't know how long ago was that, Risky Today, that I actually sell my CD collection. That's been about 7 years now.
7 years, like, yeah. I helped you carry it down to Dusty.
Yeah. I was carrying, those big tubs, those big plastic tubs. I was taking 4 of those at a time down to Dusty for like 2 weeks.
Ryan's house looked like he wallpapered with CD cases.
But yeah, so part of that went to actually invest and start working on Midway. So so there's that. But I still have my music collection. I still, everything. It's part. I go back and forth with that if I like it or not. But everything is digitized, and I got my digital library, which is now up over 92,000 songs. So sometimes
that's for damn sure.
So sometimes I forget exactly what I have, and I don't know why I didn't think that I had your album, but I didn't think that I did, and I'm like, man, I gotta finally get this, and then I got it, and then I'm like, oh shit, there it is. So,
I mean, you one of the 8 people that actually did pick it up, so I'm happy.
Let me point out that with 7, Ryan bought it twice.
He was. I appreciate you.
All good. Anyway, welcome, sir.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. So one thing that I think we should jump into is 606 and your many years at 606 and what it means to Chicago and the scene.
Now say that again. You was going in and out.
Oh, sorry. So 606 hip hop and your history with it and what it means to Chicago hip hop.
606. That started way back in '99, and it was started by some of the dopest Filipino cats you've ever seen do anything in hip hop. The Pacifics. They had Norm Rockwell, Rex, KP. Who else? There's a couple other guys.
Artec.
One of the DJs, and then Mary Jane, AMPM. D-double-double-E. Those were the DJs that did fucking Tuesday. And from the first day to go open, me and my guys, 90 Proof, was there every Tuesday. We didn't have that many places that we can go to that cater to what it is that we like to do. And they allowed us to be us. So, yeah, we gravitated towards that. For a while, it was really just maybe 3 or 4 different crews that was coming consistently. But every time it came, we would bring somebody. And they bring somebody. And since it wasn't really no other place like that, that's where we started going. So it started off amazing, and amazingly it's still going to this point.
It's got to be one of the longest running hip hop nights in the country.
No, it is the longest running hip hop in the world. 19 years. Nobody has done it consistently on a weekly basis.
Wow.
Ever. Past 8, 9 years. Did it 19 years. 19 years tomorrow.
Wow.
Wow.
That's when we're supposed to get the can claps over there, Carlos. Can claps.
Oh, look at you.
We try to keep it basic. Keep it to it its elements, you know.
Man, there ain't a lot of people in life that's held a job down for 19 years.
What?
No.
So in those 19 years, how much have you guys changed up the night since the beginning, or how close is it to like what's been some of the major changes, if any, over those 19 years?
Real change. Well, it ain't even a major change, but we've been doing the countdown ever since I started hosting, and I've been hosting since year, I want to say 8, 7, 8, somewhere around there, because that's when Rex started doing his grown man thing, and he had some stuff to take care of, and I was going to get anyway, so like, yeah, fuck yeah. But the only difference is, back then, you just would get the mic snatched out your hand, and the crowd was just completely booing you and push you off the fucking stage. It's a little more down.
Oh, yeah.
You get a chance to count it down before you pass. It's still the same thing. It ain't just keep it on this raw grind, almost, but lyrically sound, because we'll still ask you a question in the middle of your rhyme, and we expect at least a 4-bar answer. And it could be any stupid thing come off the top of our head. In and out. If we smoke enough, yeah, you're going to get some questions that you ain't never heard. And at us, like, why would you even ask me that stupid shit? What is that?
Well, no, I can see like you, like, why do you drive a Volvo? Like, I don't even own a car.
Oh, if I got information that's embarrassing to you, yeah, I'm gonna ask you on the mic, and you better explain.
What do you get? Do you get anybody who comes in who?
Wait, say it again.
Sorry. Do you guys get anybody that comes in that doesn't know the background of 606 or the background of the countdown and comes in and just like completely embarrasses themselves and has no clue what's going on?
We always explain the rules before we start the open mic, so won't nobody say, we know that goes, yes, it's like this. You can't bring in your own music. You got to grind your boy Wonder plays, and if he drink enough, he'll play some weird shit sometimes. Just to fuck with the MC. But you got to be on your toes. I mean, if you really want to do it, we politely call it and playfully call it our hip hop dojo / therapy session. Because the way you're supposed to come sharpen your tools to a live crowd. Because these young cats don't really know how to do a live performance without either having their music playing behind them with the vocals on it. They don't know how to interact with the crowd, how to horn it. Then you take it everywhere else, and you'll amaze people because a lot of people don't know how they practice. And that's what we give people on a weekly basis.
Well, that's the interesting thing about 606. Like you said, you get a chance if you're in the art and you're a rapper, you get a chance to sharpen your skills. And you get a chance to actually maybe develop your stage presence, and against a legit tough crowd. Like, they're not going to show mercy there.
I was about to say, you also get the opportunity to choke.
You definitely.
That's the process of learning too. But for people that aren't, I can't stress enough how cool to get, if you're a fan of hip hop and you're not a rapper and you want an actual real hip hop experience, 606 is a place you're going to get a really traditional, and I'm not, and I say traditional because I'm not saying what young kids are doing isn't hip hop. It's just what they're doing. But if you want a traditional Chicago hip hop experience, 606 is the place.
Exactly. And that's not fronting on the young cats. We invite all the young cats to come up. You're not going to in tracks.
Should be like, we recommend all of the young cats come up.
Man, I know some come up here. We've got cats that be outside freestyling in the cypher, and they not even old enough to get in, but they hear it, they vibe to it, and no matter what it is they do in their own personal studios, they gravitate towards that because it's something that just feel. It's a vibe to real hip hop. I'm not saying other shit is, well, I am saying other shit's fake bullshit hip hop.
That shit true.
I tried to be PC with it, but really, it's a lot of bullshit what people label as hip hop out here, and we don't cater to shit. It ain't got nothing to do with the beat. You could double time it in fucking beat. It's a little content. It's always a content. And if you're gonna talk about dumb shit, at least make it entertaining. Talking about stupid shit. Say something different I've heard a million times over. So as long as you got something to say, you're gonna grab the mic and spit, and you might not get counted down. But if the crowd ain't feeling you, it ain't even the crowd. They don't hear that shit. So you count it down.
So here's something super important about 606. I talked to Chad and Ryan about this many a times. Like I feel like there's been a gap in between the older people and the younger crowd. And because this has been going on for 19 years, that we can say that there has been some type of torch passing at Sub T on Tuesday, every Tuesday for 19 years. So if you want to learn the culture, you go out on a Tuesday night. You know what I mean? At least go there a couple of times. I've seen MCs at 606 that were whack at first, and they learn, and then they become who they are now. So,
yeah, exactly.
Now, piggybacking on that, Shadow, since he said that, can you name us a few of those MCs that are now doing things on a national and whatever level they may be doing, who's making noise that you remember coming through that were young ones coming through and you saw them progress up to the point to where they were like ready for that? Can you name any?
Man, well, he changed his name to Sex the Rapper, so I guess I'm gonna call him Sex the Rapper, man.
Wait a minute,
nobody Sex the Rapper. I'm a grown ass man.
That's what he's saying. SEX the Rapper. What's going on?
I actually think he changed his name again.
I hope it's SEC like triple set.
Delicious.
Your thing, homie.
His target market should be women, man.
I hope.
Uh-oh.
JXL is what I call it.
Blackson.
Okay.
JXL.
JXL.
I think he changed his name again.
He's one of the Say you this, once you hear the name ain't even gonna make a fucking difference. That's how dope he is. He could call himself basically any fucking thing under the sun. But once you hear him, mind real quick. That's one cat. And then shit, it's a few cats that's out there doing it on a major level underground. We got a certain I
was gonna say Chance and Vic have both been through there. Chance and Vic have both been through there.
Oh, we had Vic. Shit. Who was that? Sherman Demand. Bunch of different cats. 7 Odds come through there.
Nice.
You got when 7 Odds comes through, you gotta like put the liquor bottles, the good liquor bottles up.
That's just own shit. They ain't gotta wait for the bartender. They'll just bring their own shit.
True that.
That's crazy. I didn't know we're selling fists.
That's right.
I didn't know you could buy whole fists here.
In here. Where did that come from? 22?
That's funny.
Hey, like that.
Funny.
Hey, well, I'll say this. 606, you know, it's culturally important to Chicago. It's culturally important to hip hop as a whole. If you know, just the fact that when you think about it, I was kind of thinking it was one of the biggest in the country, and you say world, which I believe you. Then I think more people need to make a point and make a pilgrimage to 606 if they're fans of hip hop and they're not even from Chicago. They should come check out, you know, the longest running hip hop night in the world. Then at that point, like, I mean, it makes sense. If you're coming to Chicago, you should really come and check out the night. And I mean, you really get a traditional, real dope hip hop experience, and it's always good people. It's always been a safe environment. Like, it's always been love. Like, I don't know how more to explain to people. It's a place you need to go. And, you know, you're going to see on any given night, you could be in there and you could see some of the illest battle rappers. And then you could see, like, you know, Cole Hard get on the mic from Crucial Conflict.
Yeah.
Or you can see, you know, whoever, like someone, anybody can jump up on the mic there.
And just, I mean, Terrain is more than just a spot like that. They actually had dope concerts come through too. So it's like, it's always been a spot for hip hop, meaning like the local acts got a chance to actually go up there and ply their craft by throwing shows and promoting their shows. So not only is it like, and the DJ. So for real, if you into hip hop and you come through Chicago, you should come through and check out Subterranean, especially on a Tuesday night, because you're getting hip hop in its rawest form. Chicago hip hop in its rawest form.
It's always been a dope multicultural experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get a different flavor up in there from everywhere you could turn. There's always somebody different and new.
It's like the United Colors of
before. Yeah, we've had Coach Rick Bill Fong. We've had Fall Through, Cast Exhibit. I mean, it just depends on what night is going on. If it's something hip hop going on in Chicago around a Tuesday, 9 times out of 10, whatever that headline and act is gonna come and see what's going on. And they all say the same shit. I love this shit. This is dope. This shit remind me of what New York used to be. So
yeah.
You don't have to mention any names if you don't want to, but do you ever get any known heads coming through from other cities who think they're gonna kind of rip it there and don't quite hang with it?
You know, we've had a few cats come through there. I ain't gonna name their names. That would just
Ryan's always trying to start trouble.
Can you speak in generalities?
I'm a journalist. I have to think, Sean.
Speaking generalities.
We're fucking a regular TMZ here, Shadow Master.
I know this, y'all hardcore with the questions and shit. But yeah, a few of them. And I'm not gonna name no names, but I definitely put the city out. We've had some motherfuckers from Jersey that swore up and down they was hot shit, and it was hot garbage. I don't think the 8 bars. We had some West Coast. I forgot where they was from, but just they wardrobe alone, people didn't even let them start off. They just started. So
okay. Yeah.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna start naming some names. So stop. It was.
You stop it, Risky. We are not here to do those sort of things. City is enough, and we're not saying that those cities are whack.
It up anyway.
I know. We're not saying those cities are whack. We're just saying that some individuals from y'all city came and represented y'all wrong. That's what we're saying. So y'all need to come through and represent yourselves properly. Subterranean Tuesday night, 606.
You really want to come up to you and represent your space. Came here and said they was hot shit was not shit. I'm gonna represent Sacramento. I remember this one cat from Sacramento. He was outside rhyming in my ear like every time I went outside to smoke a cigarette. Dog, I heard you supposed to be the man to talk to. Let me go. Mike, I got this. Here go my CD. I'm like, let's not do it. I explained to him the sound, but he just really wanted to rap to me. Man, give me a minute. He gave me literally 60 motherfucking seconds and came right back.
My man said, "Okay, how about now?"
Sure, he's on the microphone. He got up there and he froze. Turned around, gave me the mic, and walked out.
Oh wow!
He didn't say shit. But outside, you couldn't shut his ass up. He was like Animal from the Muppet Show. He was just smoking square. I'm trying to chill, winding into like this motherfucker. And then get don't say shit. Comatose.
I just got an email from that guy. He said, "Thank you for that night. He's officially in construction now. You put him on his path."
He should be. He was shitting.
Wow. That boy be laying bricks like a mug right now, boy.
Well, no,
he sings R&B.
He sings
R&B.
Ain't no mortar.
606 is real. Wow.
Poor kid.
Well, I'm gonna throw something at you, Shadow. Something that is big to me. The Windy City Theory. That record, that album. Your group, 90 Proof. It was kind of a short-lived experience, at least from a recording standpoint. But I'm telling you, like, that record was so dope, and it's a shame that it didn't, like, man, like, I know I got an actual physical CD, and I know you guys didn't press a lot of those. That record was so dope. It's one of my favorite Chicago hip-hop records, from Inner City Prophets, Dirty Science, all those records, man. Talk a little bit about how that all came together and how talk a little bit about 90 Proof and who was in it and stuff.
Man, actually, not a lot of people really know this shit. We don't get really deep into how we all got together. But me, I got wrong. We were a singing group called Touch. And we recorded in the same place that all of the rest of the MCs was recording at, which was one of our guys in the singing group who happened to be cousins with Pookie, with Tracy, Moab. So when we down there doing our songs and recording, the MC was there and was laughing and shit, just we were singers. They didn't know it meant tackle. So we purposely came down there on one of their recording nights with A in there. And we talked about that. So we like, y'all need a singing hook. You need something, because that rhyme was whack as hell. So we came into a little battle type shit. So now we in there, it's hours at the point. We just talking about we and we calling them fake MCs, and it got to a point where Pookie just hit record. And after all of that shit, he just told us, sat down and listened to all of that shit, and it was actually pretty decent. It was funny as hell. And Pookie was like, we got to do something with it. We got to do something with it. So, me and Ty already came from a called 90 Proof. That was on some whole other shit. It wasn't musical yet. That was some college shit. But everybody down there, we always drank something strong. If it was less than 80 proof or 80 proof and under, we didn't usually want it. If it wasn't moonshine-ish, it wasn't going to do anything for us.
Which naturally begs the question,
at some point, about we got so much liquor down here, we got to be spitting lyrical liquor because it'll get you drunk at this point.
Is the reunion album going to be called We Need Livers?
Cirrhosis.
Yeah. That's how fucking.
That'd be a dope concept album or reunion album, Cirrhosis.
No shit.
Number 2. Put that bottle down, In the Bottle, featuring Gil Scott.
Gotta do that remix joint with the licks.
See, but then all you guys are on an IV, but the bottle turned over is like a liquor bottle and it's going straight to the vein. Oh yeah, that's the album cover. Boom. Me and Ryan got you on that one.
Because everybody in the crew brought something different. And I think the Reader or the Defender or something that called us like the Midwest cousins of Wu-Tang. There was a lot of us. Like 7, every fucking body had a hand in producing tracks. Moab was really the mastermind behind most of the tracks. And it was just real flavorful. Once we did it, we came into it knowing that we really were like either solo artists or me and Ty had other things going on, so we didn't do it like we would be able to do it fast. It was dope to do it. The first album that we did, The Windy City Theory, was a very dope-ass, underrated album. And we wound up getting picked up by Guidance Records. But Guidance did a lot of house shit, and they had no fucking idea of what to do with a hip-hop group. So we kind of just sat on the fucking shelf. Underground cats knew who we were. Cats underground in different cities, like Atlanta, New York, Philly, they knew who the fuck we were. Not as many people knew here.
Inner City Prophets was such a dope song, and I think Boutique Freaks was the B-side.
Yeah, Boutique Freaks, my man Low Tech.
Yep. Yeah, Inner City Prophet, so dope, and that track. Did Moab do that track?
Yeah, Moab did both of the tracks.
Okay.
Boutique Freaks, and he did the other one.
I think he did most of the album, didn't he?
Majority of them. My man Cooley, rest in peace, he did a joint. And me, Ty, and Pookie did a joint. And then man Los G and Pookie did a joint. Pookie all of the tracks, but was coming from stuff that we all brought to the table.
Absolutely. So, well, actually, so I've been yapping. Do you guys have any questions? I've been hounding everything here, so I'm gonna let these guys talk a little bit.
Wait a minute.
For sure, next way.
How you setting us up, Risky?
Well, I just kind of feel like I've been like jumping too heavy. I got a ton of stuff I really want to take away from.
No, shout out.
Better hurry up and ask me something because my dog is tap dancing around and I know what the fuck that dance means. I gotta clean up. Ask me something.
So, Shadow.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your birth into hip hop here in the city. Like when you were coming up, high school years, early college years, crews you were running with. What was it like when you were coming up in the hip hop scene before you assumed the mantle of being a mentor, like one of the OGs? How was it for you?
Oh man, the first time I ever even found out what hip hop was or even heard about hip hop was on a channel 2 place called 22 back in the day. And they had this little interview with some street thugs that they called them and how they were changing the scene as far as their battles and how they stopped fighting each other and killing each other. They was taking their battles to the dance floor and to the turntables. And I'm sitting there, I'm literally sitting at the edge of my grandmother's bed, her bedroom, I'm watching shit. And I'm fucking amazed. I see cats breaking, spinning. It's cats on the turntables, and then you got cats on the mics, and everybody is just, it's like a wonderland of different flavors in the motherfucking spot. I don't even know what club it was, but I was just like, what the fuck is this? And now I'm listening, and they playing some of the hip hop joints and shit. And I'm like, well, I know that. That's not such and such. But it was just the original of what somebody sampled in loop. And I'm like, that's James Brown. Motherfuckers is rapping with James Brown. What the fuck do you call this shit? And the lady was like, hip hop. And I was like, I need to know what the fuck this is. That had to be like fucking, what, 80? 81, somewhere around there.
Nice.
Man, I'll be 47 this year. I was literally born and raised in this shit.
Yeah,
and everybody in my family has got some type of musical thing or had something musically going on. My auntie is Coco Taylor and Gloria Hardiman, 2 of the dopest blues singers that you ever want to fucking hear from Chicago. So,
legends. I mean, it's beyond legendary. That's not I mean, we'll be like, we're all local legends. That's like world blues legend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And shit, wherever the fuck they went, I wound up going, which is how I got my name originally, Shadow. Everywhere they went, my mom.
Dang.
She wasn't just gonna leave me at home, so they was like, "Here come Florence and a fucking Shadow."
Let me ask you, Shadow. Speaking of, you ended up like speaking of getting around. You after 90 Proof, and you know, you were still always on the scene in Wicker Park, but you ended up getting close and being a part of garden music with DJ Aloe. Talk a little bit about garden music and what's going on with that.
Well, that all started when, it's a funny story. DJ'd for 90 Proof at our last show that 90 Proof ever existed. I got mad at each other and cursed each other out and said, fuck this shit. On the one time that DJ Aloe DJ'd for us.
And Aloe was like, what the fuck did I do? He's like, you guys are some dysfunctional ass motherfuckers.
Dude, it was funny as hell. But actually, if it wasn't for Low Tech, I probably wouldn't even have hooked up with Aloe, because Aloe and Low Tech was doing shit together. And I'm listening to the tracks and I would come over and I was amazed by the fucking music that Aloe was doing over there. It's every fucking thing I wanted and needed at that time broke up. And it was just a natural click. It was like fucking bread and butter. It was like spaghetti and fish. It was a perfect fucking combination.
Wait, hold on. Slow that down. Pump the brakes. You just fucking said
I'm
spaghetti
hungry.
and fish.
Spaghetti and catfish. That's some good shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
I've never had that in my life. That sounds
We're missing out. You have to have the bread. You have to have the bread just in case you swallow a fish bone. But yeah, you'll be straight.
Oh.
I can't eat fish. I'm allergic to fish.
Oh, I said, look at the person who talking. He ain't never had the Friday fish fry like we had growing up.
That's right.
Come on,
That's
man.
right.
Like,
That's right.
spaghetti and the fish, the purge of the catfish. That was us. You know, that was us.
Or it could be like the ladies spaghetti.
Somebody got the lower brow or the Schlitz lick on the table and the music in the background and the wacky tobacco in the air, and you peeking your little head down the stairs and your mama's telling you to take your ass back upstairs. Got a grown folk business. You know he had that kind of fish fry. I'm sorry, Risky. We're gonna have to initiate you to the type of fish fry. That's what that is.
I'm through with all of you.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, and when all the
fish.
since it's a
Usually,
get together.
I was fully expecting spaghetti and meatballs, and he hit me with spaghetti and fish.
Of course she was expecting spaghetti and
Hey,
meatballs.
I'm super fucking white.
Beef and crumble it up.
I'm just
grilled
not
up.
normal white. I'm not like an Irish or Italian guy. I'm fucking Swedish. I am extra white.
Yes.
Meatballs, you talking-
That's
Spaghetti and Swedish
Bro.
meatballs.
I will go out and
It's
stand
meatball.
out in shorts all winter and be happy.
I don't even understand that.
I could never.
I don't even understand that.
I'm doing security at a spot, right? I'm over there at the door. It's a motherfucker that's walking past me with some short jogging pants cut off and some fucking sandals. It was cold as hell 2 days ago.
He's
That
on.
was risky. That was risky.
Ah, shit.
Hey, no joke.
Hey, fool, you know it's 30. You ain't at least got no socks on in them sandals.
No.
Oh, man. I'm like, dude, your toes are blue. Go home.
Dude,
He's like,
my girl,
I like
No.
him like that.
no lie, it was like 7 in the morning that I had to run out to the car, and I ran outside. My girl freaked out because she's Mexican. She doesn't handle the cold very well. And I run out there, and I am in shorts and barefoot running outside, barefoot in my driveway.
No.
She's like, it's 30 fucking degrees outside or 29 degrees. And I'm like,
What?
No, it doesn't bother me.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but why would you not put shoes on?
Because it was like 6 in the
Because he's
morning. That was a whole
Swedish.
step that I didn't want to deal with.
He had to prove a point. That's all it was.
Meanwhile, Risky has 0 sick days.
Don't and listen. No, it wasn't. I mean, I feel you. I definitely can be some proven point shit, but this is just. Don't underestimate my laziness, my inability to fucking give a fuck about putting shoes on.
There you go. The truth is out.
Okay, Risky.
The truth is out. That
I am
motherfucker can't
barefoot
even
from-
reach down and put his shoes on.
I am fucking barefoot right now.
That's all kinds of messed up.
Hey, look, I don't even have the heat on in my house. Look, I got a sweatshirt. She's like, turn the heat on. I'm like, fuck, we're not turning the heat on until January 20th.
What?
Risky's ladies in the living room doing snow angels.
So cold inside, it's snowing in there.
Oh, she'll put it
Risky's
on.
like, what are you doing? She's like, the cable's out.
She'll put it on fucking booger bake, man. I'll wake up like fucking dry as a bone.
Oh.
That's why you get humidifiers.
Yeah.
See, that's me.
So
I wake
Shadow,
up like this. It's so hot. It's 80 degrees. Like a fucking desert in here.
That makes no sense to a tropical dude like me. I'm loving.
That's right.
Hey, I'm not happy.
Well, Sean knows me because I'll pick him up. We'll be out all last winter. I didn't wear a winter coat once last year.
Not at all. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you got on the skull cap right now. I've never seen that
Yeah,
before.
because my hair's fucked up.
See?
I was gonna
Traditional
say
baby.
you're talking to a dude that won't even put his shoes on in the snow. He's not gonna comb his hair for this.
Through the snowflake, you should not have had him.
wow. So Shadow, who you listening to right now, fam?
Say it again.
Who you listening to music-wise?
Music-wise, I'm listening to a few things from Chicago. I'm always checking out 7 Odds. I've been
Okay.
checking out DNA stuff. DNA got a lot of little projects coming out that's really dope.
Okay.
Who else am I checking out? Okay, Zenobia got a dope little single out, little video out too.
Who?
Queen Zenobia.
Queen
Oh,
Zenobia?
oh, yeah. We have to get her in. I promise. I told her I would. We're going to.
Yeah, she gave me a little bit of shit at Aztec's film premiere, so I promise we'll get her in.
Yeah, no. It's, if we said
I've been checking out a lot more ladies lately. Fury has got some dope stuff out. Javon got some dope stuff out. It's a lot of ladies coming out with some heat and shit from Chicago.
always.
Nice.
I just wanted to add on. If we said we were going to interview you, we will. If we haven't been pushing, it's one of the biggest reasons is just straight honest. We
What?
go after the flight
You going in?
first.
All of that over, you going in and out.
What I was going to say is one of the reasons, like if we haven't gotten to certain people sometimes, it's obviously always scheduling, but we always try to get like the flight risk type people first. The people that, like are in and out of town or just
Oh.
flaky and hard to grab, like sometimes people are just tough to get. And some people here, I'm like, you're here, we're going to get you. We don't have to chase you down and hunt you down. And trust me, we have to do some of that.
And then, I got to tell y'all, Ever Evolve. It's got some crazy shit on. If you don't know who they are, you need to check out them. AR, fucking Mike Booth, all of them nutty cats. They got some crazy shit going on.
What's that name?
Ever Evolve.
Ever Evolve.
Ever Evolve.
And they don't fuck with their shit. They got a fucking marketing thing. They got their own lab. They all sell. And it's hip hop dope. So you definitely got to check them cats.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Are you working on anything new yourself?
Yeah, I'm working on some new shit actually right now. I'm feeling nostalgic and shit, so I'm gonna go back to the same shit. So it ought to be interesting. I'm on some CeeLo and Hill type shit.
Okay. All right. Now, like Risky said, I'm shutting up. I'm muting myself right now. I'm calling the question.
Well, I was going to ask you too. Talk a little bit about your hosting partner, Annihilation. We still have to get, like we said, get an eye in, but she's a very, I mean, I wouldn't say underrated because people know exactly what the fuck she can do to somebody. Like, she's a great host, legendary female MC, legendary MC. I don't even want to say female, legendary Chicago MC. Talk a little bit about Anai.
Man, look, let me just say this. If you think it's sweet with MC Chicago, you probably don't get lit up. But if you get that it's sweet, she gonna fuck you up, and probably somebody in the next generation is gonna feel that pain. That's how dope she is. That microphone shit. Why? That's how. My grandmother always told me, when a fool tell you what the fuck it is, don't believe. Annihilation will annihilate you. That's one. Number two, most cats don't know she's a producer. She's an engineer. So she can take your shit to the lab, clean it up, have it spiffy and spit shine before you can blink twice. She's dope. And most cats don't know this, and she hate when I tell motherfuckers, but I'm gonna tell y'all and everybody that's looking. Annihilation is also Rick James' daughter. Real shit. One of his kids.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear me? Annihilation is Rick James' daughter.
Holy Christ.
All right, hold on. Time out. Skirt. Super Freak.
Yeah.
Mary Jane.
He put his shoes on the couch.
Fire motherfucking Desire.
Rick James touring and shit. Like 78 to 81, something like that.
God damn.
Well,
yeah.
Well, that explains it.
Prince having that motherfucking beef at that tour that they did. It's the mom up there and shit.
Well, shit. Next time I'm at Sub T, I'm at Sub T, I want to hear Annihilation on the mic go, cocaine, it's a hell of a drug.
She ain't gonna never do that shit, but she'll tell you. Hey, the truth. But she's a nice extra. Hold down the show better than any other MC that I know. She's a host. She's an engineer. She can sing. She's fucking amazing. She's ridiculous.
No, well, it's funny because she's a 5-star general in Chicago hip hop, and she will make you earn your stripes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
She performed live. Her live shows is crazy. She gets it in.
Without a doubt. So you had released an album roughly about a year ago, right?
It'll be 2 years come February 14th. The next Valentine's Day will be 2 years it's been out.
Okay.
And that album is something that I put together specifically to sell for something that I've been trying to put together for years called The Crib. It's a hip hop community center for the kids to give them an option other than the bullshit that they see on the streets. Teach the elements from rhyming, producing, and DJing, graph, b-boying, and also teach them the lesson of why hip hop even began, and it's not too far off of what's going on right now. And it's really just to give them something positive and to go a West Haven. I want that to be like Sweden on West Sweden on fucking South Side of Inglewood, where Whenever you're around that spot, whatever you represent, that shit is null and void because we on some hip hop shit. And if you ain't on hip hop shit, it's just not for you. You ain't even trying to open up your mind to something new and expand the fuck out of the situation and then come back and help the other cats that are stuck in the situation. So that's and as long as I'm gonna continue to push that shit until I can't push it no more. I haven't eaten off of it. Everything goes into an account from everything that I sell from. So that's my contribution to trying to do some good in the hood, trying to help in the way that I know how, you know.
I gotta say, so your attitude that you have about your love for the community and your approach to just hip hop and people, the community, I think is the major majority of how we all are in Chicago hip hop. And it's funny because, you know, our city gets so much flack and people from the outside talk about how crazy and how bad things are. And yeah, I mean, it's a major city. There's bad things that are going to happen no matter what. But, you know, you have hip hop, which is young urban youth. And the urban youth always gets pinned in this corner as being violent or negative and all this stuff. And I got to say, you got, you know, with the things Chance is doing, and then we hear about what you're doing on more of a ground level. Chance has a little bit more money in his pocket to do that, but here you are, someone on a ground level, or a B-Boy B, who's a part of one of the coolest things that I think happened is the Battle for the Eagle, where you got families in an event that, you know, is giving the hip hop experience for families. I mean, I don't necessarily know as kids if it started out that way, but that's what it developed into, because it's always been such a, like, at least Chicago hip hop has always been so loving. It blows me away how people can have different, you know, views on it. Like, they literally know nothing about it if they don't think anything but that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know that a couple of years ago,
I love it.
we were talking about host for the Battle for the Eagle, and Shadow's name came up, and I remember because you know, we'd go on a Tuesday night, and I remember that voice. Your voice is just projects. And we were talking about it one year, and I think it was 2 years ago, and I asked, I think it was Most Def, I'm like, man, you know, why don't you ask Shadow Matt to see if he wants to host, you know, this community type of event for kids outside in the park, you know, hip hop style like we used to do in the 80s. And you know what? Shadow Master showed up 2 years in a row now, and we greatly appreciate that. And you don't even need a mic out there.
That's all. It don't make a difference what the weather is. I'm there, man. I know what it's for.
Yep.
It's something that everybody needs to get on board with. It helps. People don't understand music can move a nation. Think about how many times you've had a war back in the day. They usually had the cat with the drum and the fucking dude with the flute walking around in front. Why? Why? Because music motivates. Yeah. Music can fucking destroy. Anything that what I do, if I can use it to help somebody that need it, I may not even know who the fuck it is, but somebody is listening. Somebody needs to hear that message. Somebody needs to hear that beat. Somebody needs to see that fucking on the wall. Somebody needs to see that move on the wall, or that rock, because it makes a difference.
Yeah, man, it's a very positive community. It's a very like a lot of the people I know are very pay it forward type of people. So I'm very grateful to be able to help document what we're doing here and have, you know, the team we got and the people that you know, I think everybody's embraced us pretty amazingly. So it's really it's an honor.
Man, it's been dope dealing with y'all. I've always said it though. I know y'all personally outside of just the Midway thing and the Sub T thing, and y'all like family, man, and I love what it is that y'all doing because it needed to be done, and you're not going to understand the effect that it's going to have. This shit is going to blow every fucking body's mind, and it's going to amaze y'all. I know you put it together and you see everything, but once y'all finish it, it's going to fuck y'all up. It's history. In history, to be a part of this, the dopest shit in the world. And it's from Chicago. I couldn't be more proud of y'all than I am of any fucking body else that I know in this fucking game. I salute y'all.
Thank you. And we appreciate you and the whole community being patient with us too, because we want to make sure it's done right. And then Ryan doesn't pull any more hair out of his head.
When we
started this, Ryan had a little like curly red little afro.
Yeah, the fro.
Oh, totally. It was little red, and he's fucking, little gets red face, a little angry. Red hair, fiery red hair, and then about 6 weeks into it, started pulling the hair out, and now here we are.
I'm not gonna deny that I could possibly pull some hair out, but it was not curly and it was not red. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about there.
Brian, face it. You're a fucking ginger.
Ginger Ryan.
I'm not though.
MC name. I forgot the MC name, Ryan. Give me the MC name.
I was cutting out a little bit there. I couldn't catch all that.
What was your old MC name? Ryan, know what?
He said you heard that, Ryan. What was your old MC name, bro?
I don't remember.
I saw that just shit like you went in the picture. I saw you heard.
Hold on. Hey, Carlos, can you write that on the screen? Can you put that on the screen, sir?
If you go to patreon.com/midwaydoc, every time you give at least $75, every month I'll give you one letter.
You know what? So this is what I'm gonna do. We have to do blogs. Like Ryan wants us to do like little video blogs for Patreon. So I think and then once in a while I'll review a record. I think it's time to review Ryan's record that he put out.
Nice.
No.
Yeah. I'm down.
That's got to be in the archive too.
Yeah.
I think,
part of it.
Ryan, I think it would be
from MC to director. There's not a lot of people that can say that.
Ryan, since it's you, can't we use that as like intro and outro music for the whole Midway Radio show? Can we get like,
we can.
Get, like a snippet of you or something?
That would
I
be
think
dope.
it would be essential that I review this.
No.
Slightly abstract, right?
No.
You see how Ryan's not saying a thing. He's not even.
He's saying a thing. He's saying a thing. He's saying no multiple times.
I'm getting it all right here. You're saying it right here.
Right, like I want to have to pull those swords off the shelf.
Oh wait,
again.
I was joking. No, I seriously got stuff.
Ryan sending me death threats, y'all. Ryan sending me death threats. I know where you live at.
No, but seriously, guys.
So good.
Again, I was gonna say, I almost called you Aloe. We were talking about Aloe. Yeah, Shadow, dude. I appreciate you, taking the time with us today. Are we close on this or that, Ryan?
Sure. Yes.
Are we going now?
Yeah. Oh wait. Carlos, it's time for.
There you go. Anyway, I don't know how much more setup I can give you.
That was pretty good. I'm going to set it off. So since you are in one of the house of freestyles, this or that, freestyle or written?
Wait, you're going to say it again.
Oh, sorry. Since you are in the house of freestyle, I'm going to ask you this or that, freestyle or written?
Written.
Okay.
Written.
So there.
Freestyle. Then if you can do it, that's cool. If you can't, it's cool. Good at it, it's extra. But if you're gonna actually put down your thoughts to pen and pad, it is you gotta say something for me to hold my attention. It don't necessarily have to be a bang head preachy type of thing. It don't have to be a fight the power message. It could be love. It could be simple happiness. It could be something about kids. It could be something about you. It could be what's coming from the heart. I can feel it and I can relate to it. I'm gonna get down with it. So written stuff I take a lot to heart, as opposed to freestyle. Anybody can freestyle if you practice enough. Seriously.
Yeah.
I got one.
Okay.
Go.
No, I got one. I got since you are a master of hosting, would you rather host in a bar or a club or an outdoor park jam?
Outdoor park. Always. Outdoor park. That's the shit. Who the fuck can deny that sky with the sun coming down, beating down on your fucking head? That's energy. You don't get the same energy with a fire. You don't get that type of shit. You see clouds around you. That's some uplifting shit. It charges me up when I'm outdoors. I'm doing events and hosting shit like that. So I'd rather do outdoors.
Nice. Rain or shine, right?
And it don't make a difference what the weather is. I'm still do what the fuck I do. That's just the love of it at that point. Who got another?
No.
I got one. So I'm gonna come from left field. What's up? What's up, West Side? Earlier we was talking about food.
All right.
We was talking about it's West Side in the house. So he's talking about chicken. Uncle Remus or Harold's chicken.
Wait a minute. Before you go any further, Shadow, choose my son. Choose the ball and go at your mother and death, or choose the sword and go with me. Like, which one?
Something. I got a variable in there. I'm saying neither one and give you Coleman's.
Oh. Word up, West Side.
If we go up now, you gotta go to Coleman's.
Yeah.
I'm upset because you just made it unfair because I can't argue with you.
This is a spot in Chicago and Christie, Fredding. And you can ask Cohart this shit. They had the best motherfucking chicken and the best fucking steak plates that side of Chicago, called Fredding's. That's where me and fucking Cohart used to meet up most of the fucking time, talking shit, trying to get the last fucking steak plate before they close the door.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Chicago and Christiana. It ain't up there no more.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was a spot across the street called Tom's. They had fresh fruit shakes.
I know exactly where you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, by that janky ass little shop. And everybody knew it was a motherfucking shop.
Yeah.
It ain't, ain't nobody. It ain't there no more. So y'all niggas quit tripping.
Okay.
If they tripping, motherfucker. I was there with you in the dirt. Stop the bullshit.
Now, since he went completely left, I'm gonna bring it back over to where everybody was at. Sorry if this might sound a little pedestrian, but a cappella or instrumental?
Say that again.
When you're judging the battles, when people are on the mic, I know there's a beat sometimes, but bring the fire, or do you prefer it when people go a cappella or when they hit the beat?
That's good.
I'd rather somebody do it on the beat. A cappella shit to me is like It's like poetry. That's why the battles that they have now, where you can just study a motherfucker for a couple of months, find out all the information, then go up there and don't have to be concerned about staying on the rhythm. That's too fucking easy. That's too fucking. If you get like, let's say, Juice, me, fucking Annihilation. If you give us time to just stand there and think for a couple of seconds, we can talk shit about you all fucking night long.
Yeah, that's true, because that's what we did growing up. We played the dozens. That was just what we did off the top of our head anyway, right?
40 fucking lunchroom.
All right. People going home crying, leaving their chocolate milk all undrank, crying.
Then back when we was doing this shit, you didn't know who the fuck was gonna be up there. You battle. It could be any fucking body. So you ain't had time to write no script on some one person. I mean, it's cool, but it is. If that's what everybody is doing now, that's the new shit. I get it. It don't. I'm not a fan of it. I heard some nice shit from it, but usually when I get one of them cats on the microphone and they try to do it over a beat, they can't stay on me.
Cool. Thank you.
Let's say, hang on, one more. Let's say you're eating a nice dish of spaghetti and catfish. Get a little bone stuck in your throat. You reach for, are you reaching for the Kool-Aid or the pop?
Kool-Aid.
Hell yeah.
And that's only to wash down that piece of bread that you got with hot sauce smothered all over.
Mild
Not mild sauce, hot sauce, homie. That Louisiana Red Hot.
Yeah, there's no mild, dude. Come on.
Hey, dude, man, I got a ulcer situation, so the hot shit, I can't even know.
Yeah. I feels your pain, my brother. I feels your pain.
40s be wearing that ass out.
Ryan,
my soothing teas. My soothing teas.
I was gonna say sub T upstairs or sub T downstairs.
Oh man. Sub T downstairs. It's more personal. You can really get into a person's area and kind of, you can either make them pay attention or you can make them leave, one or the other. Upstairs, it's cool. Everybody wants on the big stage, but I like to interact with my audience. So the more personal I can get, the better it feels for me, and probably the better the show for you, because I can fuck with y'all individually.
Cool. So as before, anybody got any others?
Probably keep going.
Before we get, probably could. So we got the 19th anniversary of 606 tomorrow with Buck and Direct coming through.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that real quick?
That's West Side, though.
That is West Side.
While they are West Side, while he is West Side, I'm gonna claim Buck for all of the city of Chicago because that's Buck. All right. Sorry, Buck. I know you West Side fan, but I'm calling the South Side.
I am
decision over here. We claiming you out here too, fam. At least I am.
Buck and roll. Oh, he that dude. No fucking
Yes,
place
sir.
with man.
Is there a different than usual cover for tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow is the one time and only time we will be charging, and it's only $5. Now think about it. If you've ever come there at least twice, you will have already paid $20, $25 someplace else. $5 shouldn't be a break. And you should come in and tip the bartender right, because I know hip-hop cats ain't got a lot of money, but damn. You get so much before you walk up in that bitch. The least you do is give bartender a couple of dollars, cheap bastards.
Oh, I tip.
Bullshit you around. I'm just.
I tip my ass.
Like,
Hey,
for real.
Hey, real talk. the ladies that you're trying to impress with your expensive drink will be impressed a little bit more with a decent tip to your waiter or your bartender than they will with that whatever you're sipping in that cup, homie. So, real talk.
On the bartender like it ain't even nothing. Take that and put it wherever you need to put it. They look at that. They see what you're buying too. So don't come in there with about 10 PBRs and passing them around like you buying champagne. Come on now.
I don't know if Seven Odds agrees with you guys at all. They're like, fuck you, we're bringing our own shit.
So that's why I get to talk all this shit. I bring their shit by themselves anyway. They offer it to me. So fuck it.
Yeah, tomorrow should be special. Buck and Direct, man. Triple Darkness, Psychodrama.
What time doors open?
Sure.
It's going to be good, though. Say again?
What time's doors open?
Wait, you going in and out again. One more time.
What time do doors open?
Well, damn, I didn't get off the little yellow bus. You ain't have
to. He's talking to Shadow like Shadow's ESL.
I figured if you couldn't hear me, you could read my lips at least. I ain't know it.
I believe it's 10 to 2.
Okay.
The open mic gonna start off around 12:30ish. So I would suggest you get there early. We're not opening upstairs. We're doing it.
It's dope. I wanted to go see them when they were out in Joliet. I'm gonna probably try to see them tomorrow.
Say again?
I wanted to go see them when they were out in Joliet because they were playing a weeknight and I wasn't DJing. I was gonna drive out there, but since it's gonna be 6:06, I'm gonna sneak out tomorrow.
That's what's up. You need to come through. I need to holler at you anyway.
Well,
Tip the waiter.
Hey, so listen to this, Shadow. So we were talking about new kids and stuff and like all the new dances and whatnot. And me and Sean Doe Saturday night were DJing our 80s night. Now, mind you, when I say 80s, it's literally 80s hip hop, it's new wave, it's rock, it's everything. You know, it's a big mix of everything. You get corny stuff, fun stuff, deep cuts, everything. So I'm laughing like me and Sean see these two young kids, and they stayed damn near the whole night, right, Sean? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yep, I sure do.
And we called them Millie Rock because that's the only thing they would dance is like Millie Rock and Dab to every song. Sean would be playing like Depeche Mode, Enjoy the Silence. They'd be like, it was great. It was so dope.
So I missed them. Did they come after, or did I miss them when I was there?
They were
They were standing right next to you.
Really? What were they wearing? Were those the ones with the? Never mind. I don't even want to know because if they're standing right next to me, I think I got a picture of who they were.
Sean goes to me, he goes, "Man, that kid is Millie rocking to every damn song." He goes, "It didn't matter if it was Biggie, Depeche Mode, New Order, Candy Girl, whatever."
Madonna.
Yeah. Excellent set, by the way, gentlemen. Excellent set, by the way, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Dope night.
Oh, man.
What was the one? What was like? I still don't understand people who don't understand what like theme nights are at clubs. Like, wasn't one dude like asking for, what was he asking for? Like Drake or some shit? When you're clearly playing everything but that.
Well, the thing, like he came by and asked Risky to play something that totally wasn't, 80s or 90s, and Risky explained to him, we're only playing 80s and 90s music. Then he comes back and asks me for something that's clearly not 80s or 90s. And I'm just like, bro, didn't dude just tell you? Like, and they just went back and started Millie rocking and stuff. Like,
if they was like, well, if we ain't gonna hear it, we sure gonna do the dances to it all night.
yeah, that's right.
Hey, but Sean almost had a meltdown, dude. So he was DJing. And I looked
Really?
over.
Really? You gonna tell him this?
Well, no, I mean, you handled it good, but these girls were yelling at him to play something that he wasn't gonna play. And I mean, he was handling it like a pro, but I could just see he was starting to shake a little bit and like rage and anger at this. In fact, a friend of ours was like, should I go over there and get those girls away from Sean? And I'm like, no, I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I guess that's what friends are for.
Dude, absolutely sharing each other's humiliating situations.
And just remember, this is the same behavior they engaged in younger.
Absolutely. Yes.
We ain't changed.
We're DJs.
None.
We stopped growing up at about 12.
Right, I think Ryan just agreed with that. He said.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
And for the record, Sean, you killed it the other night.
Bro, same to you, bro.
Oh,
we had good night.
Is this like a virtual chest bump across like Ryan and Carlos hands on the street? Like,
yes.
I was impressed. I mean, I was, because me and Sean trade off, and I'm always impressed with what Sean does. But some nights, and we're always packed, but some nights, they're just better than others as far as like when you're in the zone. And he was in the zone, he killed it. So.
Yeah, I enjoy those.
I always say that about Amani's tea brewing skills. Like, Amani, you brew some tea like, son, like, you gotta go pro, son.
I don't know about the temperature.
Look at him. That's what grown folks look like right there.
You reach a certain stage in your life and you decide you want some other things going on. It's fun hipping and hopping, but it's also nice to lean and lounge too.
I'm so
get your records.
I'm so white though. I only like iced tea.
Only if it's sun brewed. Only if it's sun brewed on the porch, and then you get some.
Oh, that's some hipster shit. That I definitely ain't.
Hipster?
That's not hipster.
Hipsters I'm about to say hipsters that sun brewing iced tea, man. Them motherfuckers don't leave nothing alone. Ain't nothing sacred.
Nope.
No. We want chitlins and pork rinds now soon. Damn.
Oh, don't come out here.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They already got the movement on that one happening.
Yes, they're going to be on their bikes carrying it going from the store on their bikes.
Here's non-GMO pork rinds. They're healthy.
They're gonna open up a special.
You just said pork rinds. That's just gonna kill you no matter what.
They're gonna open up a special
are these vegan pork rinds?
Yep. Right there in Wicker Park, it's gonna happen.
Here you go, tofu rinds.
Well, listen. I almost got murdered on the hipster highway on Milwaukee Avenue the other night. I was getting out of my car and it was like 4 bikes doing about 30.
Just late for Pilates.
Well, I ain't never heard that avenue referred to as the hipster highway, but I love it. It's like, yes, the hipster fucking highway.
What it is to me.
That's
well, you know what? I will say this. We're the blame for it. So nah. It wouldn't have been cool to hang out over there if it wasn't for us, Shadow, wasn't for us, Risky, wasn't for us, Sean, wasn't for us, B-Boy. We made it, we created those safe spaces. And I'm not knocking it, but we created those safe spaces for other people from outside the community to come and hang out. And once they found out that it was actually all right to be in those neighborhoods and in those spaces, of course they're going to spread out.
Well, that's the problem. They're like, hey, cool, this is awesome. Now move out of the way.
Yeah, we proved to them that it's okay to be there, and then it gets out of hand.
I like how
sometimes
how they tried to move it into Humboldt Park. Got their asses whooped and shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
Sorry, Riot Fest. Bye-bye.
You can be cute all you
They
want.
should have understood that they staked out that whole place. When they threw that flag up over the street, they were like, "Nah, motherfucker, y'all ain't moving us like y'all got us at a Lincoln Park."
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
That's right.
Oh,
that was that line. Exactly.
Because the Puerto Ricans are the Mexicans you can't kick out. We're here to stay, son. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, you know what? How you gonna kick out a U.S. citizen? How you gonna kick out a U.S. citizen?
Exactly. You're gonna come here in our fucking neighborhood.
I'm just saying, chicken. We don't need passports to go to Puerto Rico, people.
We don't need no goddamn Starbucks. We ain't coffee in our own damn house. Better than your shit.
See,
Well, Shadow, dude, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on tonight, man.
For sure, man.
Hanging out with our silliness.
Oh, hang on.
What happened?
Hold up.
Do we have a reveal?
Outro.
Wait a minute. I gotta make that bigger on my screen. Wait a minute.
I gotta see this thing. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Hey, he even got the do-rag right, fam. He got the do-rag right.
That's dope.
Got
Is
the
that what it is?
He got scarf right. Yeah, he got scarf right.
Is that
That's B-Boy B. Can you tell?
That's dope.
Oh, man.
Go with locks.
Like,
So is that him flipping off at whack MCs?
well,
yeah, that's what it looked like.
Oh man, Los does it again. Oh man. Next week, guys, we are going to try to reconnect with Vic Spencer. We had some technical issues last week, but we are going to try to bring him back, and so check out for that. And man, our sponsor, of course, is Shure Microphones. So thank you, Shure, for providing us with a couple of mics from your Motive line for podcasting. And
They sure are good.
And as usual, if you want to help out Midway, go to patreon.com/midwaydoc, or you can buy shirts. We got shirts too. So go to midwaydoc.threadless.com, and all those links and everything else. You can go to midwaydocumentary.com.
so
And if you give enough money, what we'll do is we'll design a T-shirt with Ryan's rap name on it.
nice. I want to be the first one.
Keep talking.
Shirt. MC Button Rough.
Ryan, like, I know all y'all email addresses. I'm gonna spam you. I know where you virtually live at, fool. I'm gonna get you.
All right, guys.
Ryan,
It's all good. It's all good. All right, fellas. Until next week, we'll be back. And
It ain't gonna be all good in about 20 minutes when he gets on the phone with me. That's for sure.
All right, guys. Until next week.
Good night, all.
Later. Peace.
DJ Ginger Injure.